God says, don't skip this because the moment you do, the message meant to heal your heart will vanish. You were chosen to hear this now because heaven has seen the tears you tried to hide. The angels have whispered your name again and again because you are not forgotten. There is a woman tied to your past, connected to someone who once broke your heart, and she has finally spoken the truth. The truth that was buried beneath lies, silence, and fear has now risen to the light because heaven decided it was time. You might feel your chest tighten right now because your spirit recognizes this moment. You are not imagining this feeling because your soul knows that something hidden is being revealed. For too long, you carried the weight of confusion and pain because you never understood why things happened the way they did. You blamed yourself for loving deeply because your love was pure and their intentions were not. But heaven saw everything because nothing escapes divine eyes. Comment protected if you know no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The angels wrote down every moment you cried in silence because truth was being twisted against you. Now the veil is lifting because this woman has finally spoken. She couldn't hold the secret any longer because truth burns in the heart until it is released. And what she said will shift everything because God is bringing justice wrapped in peace. You were never the fool because you were the chosen one placed in their life to awaken truth. Heaven is saying, you were not the mistake, you were the lesson they couldn't forget. Even the one who hurt you feels the weight of what was done because the truth has reached their doorstep. They thought they could bury it forever because silence protected their comfort. But now the woman they trusted has spoken, and her words have exposed everything. The lies are unraveling because God does not allow deceit to live forever in darkness. You may not have heard it yet with your ears, but your spirit already knows because heaven whispered it to you first. Something in you has felt restless lately because your breakthrough has been activated. This is not just gossip or chance because this revelation is divine justice moving in your favor. The woman's confession is part of your freedom because God is using her to release what has been holding you down. For so long, your name was spoken in secret places because they feared your strength. They twisted your story to make you small because they couldn't stand the light in you. But now, heaven is setting the record straight because your truth has been heard in heavenly courts. You are being vindicated because God himself has spoken your name in the presence of angels, and I, Archangel Michael, am standing guard around you because your restoration has begun. Comment I receive it if you're ready for your miracle. No weapon that was formed against you will stand because divine justice is now active in your timeline. The very person who tried to destroy you will now witness your rise because heaven has reversed their plan. The woman who confessed will bring clarity to your confusion because light has entered what was hidden. Do not be afraid of what comes next because it will not break you. It will free you. You are stepping into a chapter that begins with truth and ends with peace because God writes your story with purpose. Heaven says, you will understand soon why they had to leave and why you had to heal alone. There was divine protection in that separation because you were being saved from deeper harm. Your silence was not weakness because your stillness became your strength. Every tear you cried became a seed because heaven watered it with mercy. Now that seed is growing into victory because your pain had purpose. The woman's truth has opened a heavenly door because it was time for you to see what you were protected from. She may not have known what her words would cause, but God used her voice as a trumpet of awakening. You are not the same person who was once broken by lies because you have been refined by faith. Heaven is proud of you because you endured what could have destroyed you. You will not be defined by their betrayal because your story is written by divine hands. The angels are rejoicing right now because your name is being cleared in both realms, spiritual and earthly. Those who doubted you will soon see evidence because God is revealing the truth in undeniable ways. This is not the end of your story because heaven has just turned the page. Heaven says the truth that was hidden has finally found its voice because divine light cannot stay buried in darkness forever. The woman who spoke carried this secret like a heavy stone, and she couldn't bear it anymore because the truth demanded release. Every word she said began to shake the walls of deception because your name is being cleared by heaven itself. You were accused in silence, misunderstood in absence, and judged without knowing, but God always knew your heart. You were never the villain because you were the vessel of divine love placed among broken souls. Even the pain you endured was preparation because heaven was shaping you for your purpose. Your tears were prayers that reached the throne because every cry you made was recorded in light. Now divine justice is unfolding because the timing of heaven is perfect, not delayed, not denied. Type 333 if you believe angels are guiding you. This revelation is not meant to destroy you because it was sent to restore what was taken. The one who once smiled in your face while hiding secrets will now face the reflection of truth because nothing remains hidden when heaven decides to reveal. The angels are surrounding you right now because your spirit is trembling under the weight of what's being released. You might feel warmth on your chest or a strange stillness in your heart because that is divine confirmation. God is saying to you, this is not a coincidence. This is revelation. You are being released from the chain of confusion because you no longer need to wonder why. Every question that haunted you will soon meet its answer because light has entered the shadows. Your heart has been waiting for closure, but heaven is sending clarity instead because clarity is the highest peace. The woman's truth will reach you in ways you least expect because God's hand is already guiding her path. Her voice will not bring pain again because this time it will bring healing. She has become an instrument of divine correction because even she was used by heaven to balance justice. God can use anyone to reveal truth because his plans are never bound by human logic. You thought this chapter was finished, but heaven was still writing because the ending was never meant to be bitter. This is your moment of release because your spirit has outgrown the pain that once defined you. The people who once mocked your silence will now witness your peace because divine calm cannot be faked. You will soon feel lighter as if a storm has passed because your soul is stepping into new alignment. This woman's confession was the signal of completion because your suffering has served its purpose. You have graduated from heartbreak because wisdom now lives where pain once ruled. Heaven says, the truth came to free you, not to hurt you. You are no longer tied to the past because divine justice has cut every invisible cord. Even if you hear names or see memories rise again, do not fear because these are signs of release, not attack. The energy that was once used to hold you down has lost its authority because God has reclaimed your timeline. The one who betrayed you will face truth with trembling because heaven's hand is heavy on deceit. Do not seek revenge because your peace is already your victory. The light in you is rising again because you were never truly broken, only transformed. You will notice strange signs around you, feathers, lights flickering, numbers repeating because angels are confirming your deliverance. The woman's truth has activated your freedom because every hidden story now bows to the divine plan. Heaven says, what was meant to humiliate you will now honor you. The same lips that spread falsehood will now speak your redemption because God is rewriting your reputation. Prepare your heart for divine reversal because everything that was lost in the fire is being restored in glory. You will smile again without heaviness because joy is being resurrected inside you. The nights you spent questioning your worth were seen by heaven because angels were standing guard while you wept. Even when you felt abandoned, you were being surrounded by light because divine love never left you. You are stepping into a season where truth defends you because heaven itself is your witness. This is not just a message, it is a decree because heaven has spoken your release. The energy of betrayal will no longer touch you because you are sealed under divine protection. You will see divine timing unfold in days, not months, because the shift is already happening. Heaven says the truth came to heal your heart, not to reopen your wound. Stand tall because peace is returning to your home. The woman who confessed will unknowingly unlock your blessings because God uses even those who once stood against you. You will find yourself forgiving her without struggle because your spirit has matured beyond bitterness. Forgiveness does not mean weakness because it is the mark of a soul chosen for higher things. The one who hurt you will see your peace and not understand how you healed because they expected your ruin. They will see your name rise again in favor because heaven promotes those who endure silently. Your silence has been powerful because it was filled with divine trust. The angels are declaring your restoration because your faith has passed the test. Heaven says your name has been cleared in both realms because truth travels faster than lies. Your ex will soon feel the echo of what they caused because divine order cannot be mocked. Do not let anger return when you hear of their downfall because your compassion is your crown. The woman's confession was not for gossip because it was a divine key unlocking the door of your destiny. The moment you forgive her, you will notice miracles begin because forgiveness releases divine flow. You will attract what was always meant for you because nothing pure can be withheld from a healed heart. Heaven says you are now free to receive love again because the old energy has been released. You will feel it in your body, lighter, calmer, softer, because the burden has lifted. Your future relationships will reflect divine love because the lessons have rewritten your soul's vibration. This is not punishment. This is purification. Heaven says you will never again mistake manipulation for love. Your discernment has been sharpened because truth has lived through you. You will begin to dream again because your subconscious is no longer tied to pain. The angels are preparing someone new to meet you because divine love always follows divine truth. They will honor your soul, not just your surface, because heaven has handpicked them for your healing. Do not chase this connection because it will find you in peace, not in pursuit. You will know it is divine when your heart feels calm instead of anxious. The revelation that came through this woman was not random because it aligned your destiny with your deliverance. Every storm you faced built the foundation for the miracle that's approaching. Heaven says you will no longer chase what was never meant for you because what is yours will stay. The angels are rejoicing because your heart has been made new. You will soon find yourself smiling for no reason because the divine presence within you is overflowing. Heaven is proud of your strength because you did not seek revenge, you sought peace. You have proven your faith by standing in silence while heaven fought unseen battles for you. And now, victory is arriving wrapped in calmness because divine justice does not roar, it restores. You are not who you were in that heartbreak because pain has sculpted you into purpose. The light in your eyes is brighter now because you carry divine wisdom instead of wounds. Heaven says you are no longer broken. You are born again through understanding. Everything that was taken from you is finding its way back because divine balance never forgets what belongs to you. The woman's truth has set things in motion because revelation always opens the gates of restoration. You will notice opportunities reappearing, doors unlocking, and peace returning because heaven has rewritten your path. Every delay you faced was divine redirection because your soul was being saved from something that looked good but wasn't holy. Now you will attract only what matches your healed frequency because light calls to light. The angels are clearing the energy around your home because peace must have space to live. You might suddenly feel the urge to clean, release, or rearrange because your spirit is aligning with your new beginning. Do not fear change because transformation is the language of heaven. The truth that once hurt you is now the bridge to your blessing because pain that is purified becomes power. The people who once whispered against you will begin to admire your strength because your calm will confuse their chaos. You will notice that your presence silences gossip because peace is your new protection. Heaven says you will no longer explain yourself because truth now speaks for you. Even the woman who confessed will feel your light and begin to change because grace transforms everyone it touches. Your healing is contagious because your energy carries divine peace. When you walk into rooms, hearts will soften because heaven walks with you. You are being crowned in unseen realms because you passed a spiritual test many would have failed. Heaven says the reward for your patience is already released. Expect sudden good news, unexpected messages, and moments that make you cry with relief because divine timing has arrived. The angels have whispered your name in places of favor because your restoration is public. You are no longer waiting for validation because heaven itself has approved you. When others see you rising, they will call it luck, but you will know it's grace. Do not boast, only give thanks, because humility keeps the blessing flowing. You will feel protected like never before, because Archangel Michael stands before every door you walk through. No curse, no lie, no jealousy can touch you, because divine light surrounds your every step. Your enemies are being silenced not by punishment, but by revelation, because truth is the greatest weapon. The woman's confession was the trumpet that announced your freedom, because truth always sets the chosen free. You are walking out of the fire without smell of smoke because you are divinely preserved. Heaven says the next chapter will be calm, clear, and filled with blessings you can hold. You will laugh again with sincerity because joy is returning as your inheritance. Your heart will trust again because the new love heaven sends will be pure and gentle. The angels have prepared someone who understands your soul because they have been healed too. Your connection will be spiritual first, emotional second, physical last, because divine love begins in the spirit. You will recognize them by peace, not passion, because calm is your new confirmation. Heaven says you will no longer chase, you will attract. Every blessing that belongs to you is already on the way because your energy is clear, your faith unshaken. The woman's truth was heaven's signal that your delay is over because now nothing stands in the way. You will soon receive divine confirmation through dreams, symbols, or songs because heaven speaks in gentle ways. When you see your name, a feather, or hear your favorite verse unexpectedly, know it's a sign of completion. The angels are saying, you are safe, loved, and protected. No power can reverse what heaven has declared because divine order is final. You will wake up one morning and feel peace where pain used to live because that is how healing begins. The memory will still exist, but the sting will be gone because forgiveness has replaced it with understanding. Heaven says, you will look back and thank me for what didn't work out. Because what fell apart was never meant to hold your destiny. You are being positioned now for something bigger because your capacity for love has expanded through pain. The woman's confession did not just expose lies, it activated your ascension. You are now aligned with truth, and truth always rises. Every step you take from now on will feel guided because the path is illuminated. You will notice synchronicities everywhere, the right people, right timing, right signs, because heaven is orchestrating your elevation. Do not rush, just flow, because what is divine never forces, it unfolds. You have survived betrayal, heartbreak, and confusion because your purpose is stronger than your pain. Heaven says you are now entering a season where everything begins to make sense. The pieces that didn't fit will align because your new story requires understanding, not suffering. You will realize why certain people had to leave because not everyone can go where you're going. You are being lifted to a higher vibration where love is genuine, peace is constant, and joy is effortless. The angels have guarded your heart for this very reason because now it will be safe to love again. You are healed enough to receive because your scars have turned to sacred marks of wisdom. Heaven says you are ready. Ready for peace that lasts, for love that honors, for blessings that multiply. The woman who once held secrets has served her purpose because her truth has opened your gates. Now heaven will use her story to show others that divine justice is real. You do not need to speak against anyone because your glow will tell the story. Your peace will preach louder than any explanation because heaven defends those who remain pure. You will find yourself helping others heal from betrayal because your empathy has become your gift. You are being turned into a healer because those who know pain can recognize the broken. Your voice will comfort others because it carries divine frequency. Heaven says you are chosen to transform pain into purpose. Do not hide your story because your testimony will free others from silence. What once embarrassed you will now empower because truth shared becomes light. Your future will not resemble your past because the old chapter is fully closed. Even your surroundings will change because you cannot heal in the same place you were hurt. Expect relocation, new faces, new opportunities because heaven is expanding your life. You will receive messages of reconciliation, but not all will deserve response because peace has boundaries too. Follow the nudge of the Holy Spirit because discernment is your new armor. Heaven says, you are done proving. Now you are simply being. You will walk with quiet confidence because your spirit no longer needs approval. Those who once overlooked you will now respect your strength because favor changes perception. And when they ask how you did it, you will say, God carried me. Because truly, heaven carried you through nights that should have broken you. You are a living testimony of divine mercy because grace never let you go. The woman's truth was only the beginning because heaven has much more to reveal in your favor. Soon you will hear news that makes you cry, not from pain, but from relief. Heaven says your name is being mentioned in rooms of opportunity. Doors are opening that you didn't even knock on because divine timing has spoken. Stay humble, stay grateful, and keep your heart open because this is the season of harvest. You sow tears, but you will reap joy because the promise of restoration is here. Your story will inspire many because light always attracts those lost in darkness. Heaven says, this was never just about heartbreak, it was about awakening. The truth that woman spoke was heaven's trumpet declaring your rise. You have ascended beyond your past because your spirit now carries divine authority. Walk in peace, beloved, because everything that once confused you is now working in perfect order. Your heart is safe. Your name is cleared. Your path is protected. Heaven has signed your restoration with eternal light. Breathe, smile, and know that you are seen, because heaven has been watching all along. And now, God says, it is done. Heaven says your journey does not end here because this revelation was only the beginning of your awakening. The truth was revealed to free your heart because freedom is your divine inheritance. You have crossed a spiritual bridge and left behind the energy that once chained your soul because light cannot live in the shadows you've outgrown. You are now standing in a season where peace will pursue you because heaven has already gone ahead of you. The angels are arranging encounters, moments, and divine timing so that blessings will meet you without struggle. Your waiting has not been wasted because every silent season built the strength you will soon need. You have become the version of yourself that heaven dreamed of because your spirit is glowing with divine resilience. Even the storms that broke your heart were sacred because they watered the seeds of your purpose. Heaven says your pain made room for promise. You will soon look back and realize that everything you lost had to leave to make space for what's coming. The woman's confession was a signal to the spirit realm because truth always precedes transformation. Now the chains of your past are dissolving because your story has served its divine purpose. You have been purified by pain and elevated by faith because heaven only refines what it intends to use. You are not just healed, you are anointed for healing. Your very presence will now comfort others because your energy carries divine reassurance. You will see people drawn to your peace because they can feel heaven when they are near you. The same heart that was broken is now the heart heaven will use to restore others. You are stepping into your divine role as a vessel of light because angels walk beside you as you speak. Your words will carry warmth because they are guided by the Holy Spirit. Even your silence will bring calm because divine presence now surrounds you. Heaven says your aura has changed. You are radiant with divine favor. Opportunities will find you, resources will follow you, and love will recognize you because alignment attracts abundance. The truth that once hurt you is now your protection because it opened your eyes to see beyond illusion. You can never be fooled the same way again because your discernment has been sharpened by divine fire. Every interaction now flows from wisdom because your spirit has learned to listen before reacting. Peace has become your new power because calmness frightens chaos. You will soon be thanked by someone you once helped quietly because your kindness planted seeds that are now blooming. Heaven says your reward is closer than you think. The angels have already delivered your name into the ears of destiny because divine connections are being formed for your next chapter. You will meet someone who carries the same light as you because your energy now matches your purpose. This connection will feel like home because it is heaven approved. There will be no fear, no guessing, no pain, only peace that feels like prayer answered. Heaven says, love will find you while you are busy being faithful. You won't need to chase it because it will be drawn to your light. And when it arrives, it will honor your soul and not demand your silence. This is divine love, not emotional confusion. It will come softly, gently, and naturally because true love never disrupts divine peace. You will recognize it because it will remind you of God's presence, calm, patient, kind. The angels are saying you are ready because your heart has been purified by truth. No more repeating cycles because the lesson is complete. You have ascended beyond the old versions of love that were rooted in illusion. Now your relationships will mirror your wholeness because brokenness no longer speaks your language. You are walking into a season where your boundaries will bless you because peace has become your priority. Heaven says, the woman's words ended one chapter, but your spirit is writing the next. You are walking into restoration, redemption, and recognition because heaven remembers every sacrifice. Nothing you did in love was wasted because God multiplies pure intentions. Every act of forgiveness, every quiet prayer, every moment you resisted revenge has built your spiritual throne. You sit now in divine authority because humility was your strength. Heaven says those who once misunderstood you will soon come seeking your wisdom. And when they do, you will respond not with pride, but with peace, because healed souls do not harm. Your example will speak louder than your explanations because grace has become your language. The angels are preparing your surroundings for expansion because divine destiny always requires more space. You may feel a sudden urge to change things, new clothes, new habits, new dreams, because your frequency has shifted. You are being aligned with abundance because lack can no longer follow you. Every limitation placed on you by others is dissolving because heaven has declared increase. You will soon witness resources appearing out of nowhere because divine provision flows where faith resides. Heaven says you will not struggle to survive, you will thrive with purpose. Money, love, peace, and opportunity will all find their way to you because you have entered divine flow. Your life will become a testimony that miracles are real because your journey was not in vain. Those who hear your story will believe in divine timing again because your outcome will prove God's faithfulness. The woman's confession was only the spark because the fire of restoration has just begun. You will see situations around you rearranging because heaven is perfecting all that concerns you. Even delays will turn into blessings because everything serves divine timing. Heaven says your new life has already started. Breathe. Rest. Smile. You are safe now. No one can touch what God has sealed. You will feel light as air because the heavy energy has left your field. The angels are cleansing your home, your heart, and your surroundings because divine order always begins with peace. You may notice the air feels softer, your dreams feel clearer, and your days feel guided because heaven is walking beside you. You will receive signs, sudden chills, unexpected songs, moments that feel sacred because divine presence is confirming the message. Heaven says, trust what you feel, not what you fear. You are guided, guarded, and gloriously loved. Every step you take from now on is blessed because you walk with divine authority. Even when you cannot see what's ahead, trust that heaven is arranging the path beneath your feet. You are no longer wandering, you are walking purposefully in grace. You are a child of divine favor, a vessel of light, and a living promise fulfilled. Heaven says, you will never be the same again, because the truth that set you free has sealed you in peace. Breathe in, exhale the past. Let it go. It no longer belongs to you. Now open your heart, because heaven is not done speaking. There is another message waiting for you. A continuation of this divine conversation, because heaven speaks in sequences, not in endings. When this message ends, listen to the next one, because your angels are guiding you from revelation to restoration. Do not stop now, because you are standing at the gate of miracles. Heaven says, go forward with peace, not fear. Your best chapter begins tonight. If this message touched your heart, stay close. Your next divine message is already waiting. Heaven isn't finished guiding you yet.